What's up, guys? It's your favorite QB coach, and welcome to another Drill Monday. Let's go do this thing. All right, so first things first, I know you're very interested in the Sam Snead squat and basically how the knees work throughout the swing. So we're gonna go over that. So currently in your backswing, the main issue that I see with your knees is that your lead side knee is working a little bit too much this way, and your trail side knee is flexing down as well. I'll show you from the down the line view. This works too much this way. This is flexing down as well, okay? So what I would recommend in change is let's get your knees working slightly different, all right? So what I like to see instead, I do like this lead side knee to work a little bit internal like such, but not to this amount of degree right here, okay? So we don't want this degree. We want a little bit more like this degree. Now the trail side knee, instead of flexing down into the ground, let's actually get this thing extending and going taller as we do that. So again, down the line view, we're gonna be up here and extending, okay? That's gonna be how your knees work in the backswing. What that's gonna allow you to do is get a nice little big full turn, and it's gonna set you up to come from the inside on the downswing and really start getting the knees to work correctly on the downswing as well. Cool. Now from there, let's talk a little bit about wrist angles, and we're gonna talk a little bit about how to shallow out the club because I think you're coming in a little steep, so let's get into that. All right, now that we got your knees exactly where we want it to be, now let's talk a little bit about club shaft pitch and wrist angles, okay? So first off, let's recognize what this orange alignment stick is right here. This is the ball target line. So the ball target line is where this sweet spot is pointing when you set up to the golf ball. So it's gonna be like this, okay? So again, it's where the sweet spot is pointing when I set up. Now we're gonna use this as a reference point to see where the club shaft pitch should be, as well as where this club head should be coming into the golf ball, like which quadrant are we gonna come into, okay? So let's get into wrist angles at the top. Now in your backswing, currently right now, let's just pretend we have the better knees. You got a lot of this motion, a lot of wrist cock, okay? Now what I would recommend is to get rid of that wrist cock and get a little bit more of this feel right here to where the wrists never cock, okay? That's gonna allow you to do two things. Currently it's gonna allow you to shallow the club a little bit better, and it's also gonna allow you to not get so narrow into the golf ball, which is really hard. Whenever you get narrow, the hands are ahead, the club head points out to the right, you're gonna hit a slice most likely almost all the time, all right? So again, the first thing to this backswing is let's get rid of this wrist hinge and let's get a little bit more of that feel right there. Now let's talk about quadrants, okay? So what you currently are doing right now is you're getting up to the top. This club shaft is working in a fashion this way, so it's very perpendicular to the ground. What I would recommend instead is let's get this, instead of 90 degrees, a little bit more at this 45 like such, okay? Now once we get that feel, instead of going this way, we're gonna feel like we're going a little bit this way. We're gonna see this club head come in from the left quadrant. Currently you're coming in this quadrant. I would rather see it come in from this quadrant. Then it's gonna stay on this line for a little bit, and then you're gonna go up to your finish, okay? So again, if we do all those things, I think you're gonna have a lot better chance of getting rid of your slice, and I think you're gonna be a better golfer because of it, okay? So hopefully this helps. Best of luck and have some fun out there. Got. All right, guys, that's how it's done.